Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. Today's video, I am super excited because we're going to be reviewing the brand new release from the House of BDK, and this is Rouge Smoking Extrait. So I've had this for a little while now. I've really been testing it out because I wanted to get my full thoughts on it. This is not really a first impression. I've actually had this for a couple of weeks now, and I wanted to take my time with it. I got it as soon as it released. I ordered it from the BDK website directly. And yeah, I've had some time to play around with this. I do also have the original, which is one of my absolute favorites. So I will be comparing and contrasting these two and letting you know which one I prefer. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on the new Rouge Smoking Extrait from the House of BDK, then just keep on watching. Okay, so let's start with the original. So, like I said, the original is one of my absolute favorite perfumes ever. And what I really love about this fragrance is that fizziness in the opening, that fizzy, almost kind of like a Coca-Cola, a cola type of feel to the fragrance. So, according to the BDK website, the OG Rouge Smoking has notes of bergamot, cherry, pink berries, black vanilla, heliotrope, and then there's ambroxan, cashmerean, lots and lots and lots of tonka bean in here. There's some musk in here. Definitely the vanilla and the tonka bean in the dry down for sure. The opening has, like I said, that very cherry, bubbly, fizzy, Coca-Cola feel to it. It's one of the qualities that makes me love this fragrance so much. Now, a lot of people have complained about the performance of this fragrance, and I can't say that I have a lot of problems with this. I did have a 10 ml decant of this, and it took me forever to purchase a full size bottle because when I had the 10 ml decant, I had bad performance from the decant, and I thought, okay, I'm not buying the bottle. Well, finally, I broke down and I got the bottle, and now that it has sat for a while, I really don't have problems with it. I think it lasts about 5-6 hours for me. It's not a loud projecting fragrance, but I can smell it on me throughout the day. That's all I really care about. I want to be able to smell my fragrances. And if I can get wafts of my fragrances throughout most of my day, I'm pretty happy with that. So the performance of the OG never really was a problem for me, just to kind of give you an idea of where I'm coming from. However, if you were wanting something stronger, a lot of us were asking for an extra, a stronger version. So yeah, that's my feelings about this one. I absolutely love it. Still one of my favorites. So when I got the extrait version, I was just expecting I was expecting it to be very similar to this one, but just, stronger and maybe a little deeper. But this one actually surprised me because it is quite different, in my opinion, from the original. Now, that might be a good thing for some people. If you didn't really care for this one, you still might like this one. It's definitely worth getting your nose on, but it is quite different, I will say. And the things that I absolutely love about the OG are not in the extrait version. So let's talk about that. Okay, so I'm looking at the BDK website again. There are a ton of notes. There are a lot more notes in here than there are in the original. This has red mandarin, cherry, almond, pink pepper, bergamot. There's some elemi in here, which is a note that I do struggle with. Sometimes elemi comes across as like pine needles for me, although I have to say I don't pick that up in here. So if you struggle with elemi like I do, I'm not really getting a pine needle vibe from this. There's a milk accord, tonka bean. There's a Peru balsam in here, which I definitely pick up on. So you do have to like a more balsamic type of fragrance. There's some saffron, and there's oud in here. There's amber, black vanilla again. There is rum in here and patchouli, benzoin, cypriol oil, and ambroxan. So there are some notes in here that might be a little bit more challenging for some people if you're not into, like, I do struggle a lot with oud, and I do struggle with elemi and cypriol oil. quite often in my fragrances. So when I saw that, I was like, uh-oh, I don't know. And I will say this is definitely a deeper, darker version. The opening of this fragrance has a slight reminiscence of the OG, but it is not nearly as fizzy. Not even close. This is like a super cola vibe fizzy. And that's what this smells like. This to me smells like a cherry Coca-Cola with lots of vanilla and lots of tonka bean. That's what this smells like to me. Some people say they get like root beer from it, and I love it. That's what I love about this fragrance. This one doesn't have that Coca-Cola vibe at all. I do not get anything Coca-Cola in here. I don't get that fizzy vibe. I do pick up the cherry in the opening, but I will say that it is quite toned down compared to the cherry that's in the OG for me. It's there, but it fades pretty fast. And basically, what I'm left with are more of the base notes. The base notes really seem to be the strongest thing you pick up on. For me, the top notes and even in the heart notes fade. I'm not getting, I mean, I get the cherry and almond at first, but like I said, for me, it doesn't last. What I really pick up on are the woody notes, the oud in here. Although I will say this is a very smooth oud. This actually, I wouldn't even know that it was oud, to be honest. I wouldn't have known it was oud. I would have just thought there were woody notes in here. So this isn't like a barnyardy, skanky oud. It just smells woody to me. Like there's patchouli in here too, but the patchouli's nice. It is nice. It's a little earthy, but not so earthy that it actually smells like dirt. I don't like that kind of patchouli. So I'm definitely getting that dark, deep base for sure. There's definitely vanilla in here. I wouldn't know there was rum. I was surprised to see rum in the notes. I would not have picked that up. So I'm not going to beat around the bush. I definitely prefer the OG over the Extrait. The Extrait leans a little masculine for me because I get so much of the base notes on my skin. I mean, okay, here's the thing though. It smells nice. I like it, but it's not for me. It doesn't fit my personal taste and my personal style. And to me, it leans more on the masculine side than it does anything else. Now, I wouldn't say this is so masculine. I mean, it's more unisex. For me, it's unisex, leaning ever so slightly masculine. So I had my husband test this fragrance out and he wore it and I thought it smelled absolutely fantastic on him. I really did. As a matter of fact, I was like, hey, if you want this, you can have it. It smells amazing on you. I really enjoy the way it smells. For me, it's just a tad bit too masculine for me, so I'm not really interested in keeping it for myself, but do you like it? And the thing is he didn't really care for it. I really, really liked it on him. I thought it smelled amazing, but he wasn't a big fan. And I'm starting to notice that he's not a big fan of cherry fragrances. He doesn't really like cherry fragrances on himself. Every time I've had him try a fragrance with cherry in it, he doesn't seem to care for it. So I don't think he doesn't like it because it's a bad perfume. I just think personally he doesn't care for cherry all that much, but I thought it smelled absolutely amazing on him. All right, so let's talk about performance. I would say that this is better performing than the original. This definitely projects a little bit more, and I did wear this. I gave this a full wear test and it lasted for most of my day. I could smell it on me. I was getting wafts of it. It wasn't a beast mode perfume though. It still is not a fragrance that fills up a room. It's not going to announce itself before you walk into a room. You know what I mean? It's not one of those types of fragrances. It is a fragrance that has decent performance, but I wouldn't call it super, super strong. Now that could change. This is a brand new formula and there are notes in here that age really well. So this could just keep on getting stronger with time. But as of right now, I would say it's pretty decent performance. I wouldn't have an issue with it. And it's a tiny bit stronger than the OG, but it's not, you know, it's not so much stronger that it's this crazy big difference. Hopefully that makes sense. But I don't struggle with it. So I would just say moderate performance all around with the potential to probably get stronger. And I really love this bottle. I got to say, out of these two bottles, this is definitely the bottle that I prefer over this one. But the juice, I'm definitely going to reach for this one over this one every single time, just personally my opinion. However, I think it's a good blend. I think it's a good release. I think it's a good fragrance. I think that it's blended really well. I think it smells nice. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's not that I don't recommend it. I just personally don't prefer it. But I think there are going to be a lot of people who like this. I do think there are going to be a lot of people who do enjoy this and do enjoy the fact that it's stronger than the OG. So I would say it is worth getting your nose on, but it is not a safe blind buy for sure. Don't blind, I blind bought this. I purchased this with my own money. Like I said, I bought it straight from the BDK website. I blind bought it because I was convinced I was going to love it, but it ended up not really working out for me. Again, not a bad fragrance, just doesn't fit my personal taste. So I will probably go ahead and declutter this one. So those are my thoughts on the new BDK Rouge Smoking Extrait. I am going to go ahead and stick with my loved and adored OG one. And yeah, this is the one for me. So let me know in the comment section if you've tried the Extrait. What do you think of this? What is your experience? Let me know because I think that's helpful for other people trying to decide. Other people's opinions and experience and perspectives are really helpful in the comment section, especially if you had a different experience from me. Leave that in the comment section. That is super, super helpful. And yeah, let me know what you think of this one. So thank you guys so, so much for watching. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.